We got the kayaker in the water, Coast Guard had launched us.
The crew received a page to immediate launch for persons in water. When we arrived on scene, that was our immediate concern, is that we couldn't locate the gentleman. He wasn't in the reported position, so that's when we started to do our search and go with the tide to see if we could locate him.
10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, right on.
We then were working closely with the fire service and Jersey Coast Guard. The fire service had taken elevated points. They'd managed to locate the gentleman, and they directed us via Coast Guard onto his position. So it resulted in great teamwork and us locating the casualty a lot quicker. The boat is rigged and designed to take those type of conditions. The RNLI training and the investment they do in us as a crew and the equipment that we have, basically this is what we train for. There are different levels of kayakers. These two gentlemen were very experienced. So in this case, it was down to mechanical failure, and it's a happy ending for all.
St Helier Station and St Catherine Station are managed under a single team, so it's RNLI Jersey. Clearly there are different assets at each station. So St Helier has two boats. It has an Atlantic 85 like we're sitting on now, and it also has an all-weather boat. So the operational and training requirements are different at both stations. Once the boats are on the water, operationally they're then exactly the same. The RNLI is founded on volunteering. The majority of roles are actually volunteer roles, right up through to our operations manager that is a volunteer role. Once you're in it, it's very difficult to leave because you become part of that family, you take on additional roles and responsibility. Of course, none of us can do it without the support of our families, because for us to, drop everything at a moment's notice and rush off in the middle of the night or the middle of the afternoon, we need the support of our families, we need the support of our employers to do that.
I wanted to kind of give something back to the community. I spent a lot of time on the water. It is such a good thing to be a part of, because the people you're working with, apart from James obviously, are amazing. No, you're amazing too. And yeah, you get to meet amazing people, and it's a really fulfilling thing to do.
Yeah, for me, I was actually looking to do something voluntarily, and had almost dismissed the lifeboats because I don't work in a marine industry. My boating background is kind of pleasure boating. It's not anything commercial, but it was actually watching Saving Lives at Sea and hearing the stories of the crew members in some stations around the UK, and that actually doesn't matter where you're from. All the training is provided, so anyone can do this.
It's intensive.
Yeah, definitely.
It took me 2.5 years to become enrolled as a standard crew member, and then started helm training, which was another 3 years. And then all the time you're training, there's assessments all along the way, so you're being kind of assessed on every aspect of the boat. One of the craziest days was when we were moving into a new house, and it was a Saturday. We were buying kind of fridges, freezers, cookers, and we were going in different kind of department stores looking at different things. The page went off like 4 times in one day, and I kept leaving my wife, and I think her patience wore quite thin by the end of the day. So that's probably the craziest time that I've had, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I've got a story that tops that.